Hello and welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole, and today we have the news that SEGA and Microsoft are now in a strategic alliance to create new strategy titles for SEGA. What does that mean? Does it mean Microsoft bought SEGA? No, that doesn't mean this at all. And I would say we are jumping directly into the official announcement instead of doing some second guesses. Shall we? SEGA Corporation and Microsoft Corporation have agreed in principle a strategic alliance that explores ways for SEGA to produce large-scale global games in a next-generation development environment built on Microsoft's Azure cloud platform. The alliance would form a key part of SEGA's mid to long-term strategy, allowing the business to move forward with Super Game, a new initiative for developing new and innovative titles where the key focuses are global, online, community, and IP utilization. With the world now more connected than ever following the widespread deployment of 5G in your dreams and cloud services in recent years, consumers can more easily enjoy high-quality entertainment content at any times. Within this highly connected environment, the ecosystem surrounding the game industry continues to evolve and expand as more sophisticated tools and technologies become available. As such, video games continue to grow as a major medium for gamers globally, with access to a vast range of gaming experiences and communities becoming more diverse and attainable. This proposed alliance represents SEGA looking ahead and by working with Microsoft to anticipate such trends as they accelerate further in the future. The goal is to optimize development processes and continue to bring high-quality experiences to players using Azure cloud technologies. Microsoft and SEGA have agreed upon the foundation for this alliance, and through mutual cooperation, will look to build further technological evolutions with areas such as the network infrastructure and communication tools required for global online services being a key priority. Additionally, by shifting to a next-generation development platform, SEGA can effectively adapt to diversifying work styles and potential infrastructural changes. What does this all mean? Well, this is first and foremost a lot of corporate speech, but to boil it down to the essentials, this basically means that now SEGA is working with Microsoft, trying to bring as many games as possible to not just the consoles and of course the PC, but also make them available very early on in the cloud. SEGA has now been working with Microsoft quite a bit in the past. They brought Phantasy Star Online 2 to the West through Azure. Like apparently everything Phantasy Star Online 2 related is like running on Azure cloud. And I think even the Yakuza games are all available on the xCloud. And so SEGA and Microsoft have been working on this for years without any like strategic alliance. And now it seems like that SEGA would love to push this further and checking on just what can they do in the future, right? Like you can see that they are now focusing on global online community and IP utilization. What does that mean? Well, this is a guess, but first they want to focus on global releases. Especially the SEGA games of the past were restricted to one platform or even to certain areas. Like it took years till the Yakuza games actually came over here in the West because, well, as this is quite normal or has been quite normal for Japanese publishers, they were thinking, nah, our games, they are specifically for Japan. Like no Western player wants to play those games. And it's like, what? No, we love those games. Bring them over here. And finally, this whole mindset changes. And Yakuza, Like a Dragon, was actually one of the very first like global releases which came out in Japan and all over the world. Or the latest one, which is Lost Judgment of the Judgment series, where they had like a global release. So Sega is changing from we're releasing something first in Japan and then at some point in the future in the West, is now switching to global release, same time. Now they also want to go more online. They probably have some IPs they would love to run online instead of just single player, so a little bit of like live service games. I hope they are not dabbling too much into it. And then of course community games, like the latest game which would fit pretty well in this whole global online community and IP utilization is Humankind from Amplitude. And it's a game which was released globally. It is, or can be played online. It is very much community focused. And well, even though it doesn't really necessarily uses a already known IP, it is from a studio which has made the Endless series, right? So they will probably go further with more Yakuza games and, well, the Total War games and so on and so forth. And let's be real here, Sega doesn't have the infrastructure for this when it comes to online servers. They do not have the infrastructure for it. And this is probably one of the reasons why Phantasy Star Online 2 never really came over here to the West till Azure was a thing, until Microsoft was jumping in, because yes, they had the infrastructure in Japan, they could do it, but the moment they would have done it globally, it would have been far too expensive for them. So Microsoft was jumping in for them and was like, hey, we can do this for you. And they were like, yeah, okay, cool, let's try it out. And so far, it has been a pretty resounding success for both of them. So this sounds all very exciting, but as I said, to boil it down to what it is, it's like, yeah, we are now working with Microsoft and basically only Microsoft and Azure to bring all our games to a global audience and also try to make them available online from day one through xCloud or whatever they're using then, right? So it isn't as exciting as it could be. Like, this is clearly not Microsoft buying Sega, that's for sure. But I still believe this is a good thing in the end for everyone. So yeah, let's see where this goes and what the next super game business thing is, whatever they are trying to pull here, or if this is just business as usual with a lot of like buzzwords, and in the end they just looked for somebody who give them the servers to distribute their games online. We will see, but I will definitely keep you posted. And this is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please, if you're on your way out, I would appreciate if you would leave a like. And also, well, if you didn't like this video, there's a dislike button right next to it. And if you're new to the channel, I would also appreciate if you would consider to subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell icon, and so that you are actually getting informed when my next video is going up. And if you ever want to catch me live, you can do so from Monday to Friday, starting at 9 AM ET, which is 2 PM UK time, and 3 PM Central European time, over at trovo.live/ChaosMole. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Stay safe.